Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Rahmat-i-Alam by SYED Sulaiman Nadvi. Muhammad, peace be upon him, mercy for the universe. Translated by A.Rauf Luther. Chapter 10. Public Preaching. A prophet did not care for the abhorrence and anger of the Quraysh chiefs. He openly condemned idol worship and spoke against the evil ways and practices of the people. He asked the people to worship one God, do good to others, value morality, and believe in the hereafter. The people, good at heart, accepted the faith, and the evilmongers began to create all sorts of hindrances in the way of the prophet. They tortured him, threw thorns on his way if he was in prayer, they teased him, they shouted strange slogans when he performed circuits of the Kaaba. They declared him as a poet, sorcerer, magician, magic man, and insane. Whose came in the fold of Islam honored him, but whose came into that area from abroad, the infidels informed him to beware of the Prophet who had set aside the faith of his forefathers and that he should not go to him at all. The Prophet bore all tortures and persecution with patience and proceeded on with his divine mission of propagating the unity of Godhead. The Quraysh were now confident that he would not revert his steps, held a meeting and approached his uncle Abu Talib. They said, "Your nephew condemns our idols, declares our forefathers as infidels, stamps us as ignorants. So either you leave him aside and don't help him, otherwise you too will be reckoned by us." So enemy came in the field of that this matter may be decided once for all. Abu Talib could view the grave situation and called for the Prophet and said to him, "Put not so much burden on this old man that I may not be able to carry." He seemed to be the only assistance and help for the Prophet in the land. Tears rushed down his cheeks after hearing the words of the uncle, and they were very pathetic. Then he said, "Uncle, by God, if they place the sun on my right hand and the moon on the left hand, I shall never forego this mission." The uncle, coming to know the great determination of the nephew, said, "Oh, my dear nephew, you may go. These people cannot harm you." The Prophet was much pleased and heartened by the encouraging words of his uncle. He increased his religious activities. Some persons of other tribe began to pour in the faith. The Quraysh chiefs viewed with great regret that their threat did not avail of anything. Now they began to show their favors and leniency. They sent a person to the Prophet. His name was Utbah. He said, "O Muhammad, what is use of creating dissension among the people? If you want to be a chief of Makkah, it is there for you. If you want to marry a girl of wealthy family, it can be arranged for you. If you want wealth, we are prepared to offer it to you. But you leave off this mission." Utbah had thought that his scheme would come out successful and the Prophet would at once agree to his proposal because it contained a great allure. But when he heard the answer that he could never expect was most surprising. The Prophet rehearsed for him some of the verses of the Holy Quran. His heart moved. He came back to the Quraysh. His face had gone pale. He said, "Brothers, Muhammad recites such words which are no poetry nor magic. In my opinion, leave him alone. If he is successful and overpowers the whole Arabia, it will be our honor. Otherwise, the people of the land will do away with him." The Quraysh did not accept this suggestion. They remained adamant to the stand they had taken. The Prophet used to see the people individually and advise them to come to the new faith. Some accepted him, some remained silent spectators, some threatened him, and those who embraced Islam were worthy of praise. The life history of some of them is very strange and awe-inspiring. If you like the video, then please share and subscribe the channel now. Press the bell icon and click on all. Thank you. Jazakumullahu khairan kaseera.